Of course, you clicked it right as I was coughing.
Well, we're just live now, so. And people still need to get through
the
the ads.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a full chat room. It's all right. All right.
There's Kate.
Kate, good to see you. Dawn, Gil, Mary Beth, Kaylin. Let's see. Homestead Aquarius, Suburban Hillbilly, Ben's Over Acres. Still love that name. Farmer Nadell. Carpenter's Self-Reliance. Moon Over Miami. Crazy Ed. And Mind and Body Co. is here. Let me remove the pinned message.
Kate is here.
I'm glad. It's still.
You were supposed to be more excited. It's good.
Unpinned. That's what I meant to press. Okay. I'm doomed. Simple preparedness. Hi, Brett. I'm Brett. Amy Broussard is here. What a coincidence. Melinda Elliott, good to see you.
Dumb. Oh, man.
Estrella. Oh, I'm going to mess that up. Welcome. Hi. I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher.
Where...
Is that Wisconsin? Is that what that means?
That would be my guess.
Glad to have you, regardless. Brought everyone over from Rebel Canners. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Thank you for that. Where to begin homestead? Hi there.
It's all good. It happens all the
time. Same with us. It's Broussard, but people say Broussard and all sorts of stuff. So.
Oh, Ed. I think Ed is the best one at butchering it.
Yeah, poor Ed. He has a really hard time with our name. That's all right though. We still love him.
It's almost like amusing just to let him try.
So our weather has been pretty incredible. We've got the windows open right now.
We've had the windows open
if
all
you could
day.
Pause that, though, probably help her.
Sorry.
Help make it. Yeah, there you go. Broussard. Debbie, hello and welcome.
Did I misspell your name? I don't think so.
No, you got it right. Michigan Daffodil. You did a pre-show start like show. I don't know how to do that. So you don't talk before the commercial is done. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, the first couple seconds, minute or so, we're just welcoming everyone anyway. So
yeah.
If I could figure that out, though, I'll work on that. Hello, Hans Solo.
There you go. He's helping you.
Yeah.
Teniente.
Did I get it? Lynn, it's been a while. Good to see you. Hey, I got it. All right. Thank you, Hans, for the help.
Yeah, that was a whole lot better than I would have tried without the pronunciation help.
Oh, I see it now. Now that I know how to pronounce it, I can read it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Alex Jones, is that the Alex Jones? I'm sure not, but welcome anyway.
Do a 2-minute countdown timer, but how do you do that on YouTube? Wind is blowing hard here. We had some nasty wind Wednesday, and
Canadian Alex Jones.
I was concerned mainly because I wasn't sure if our little Tractor Supply greenhouse was going to make it, and I didn't know if our newly planted tomatoes were going to survive 50-mile-an-hour winds.
That greenhouse is a little beast. It was rocking and rolling and just stood strong. Of course, we've got it all
3 years old.
All kinds of tied down and anchored off,
and I put a cinder block on the front of it. But I did take the plants out just in case it happened to not hold up, because this is year 3 of us using it, and it's got duct tape on it, but it's holding strong.
Mm. Pine Trail Ripper. Good to see you. Glad you made it to
Yeah,
a
don't
live
say
show.
that too fast. I would screw it all up.
Will that wind blow the plants out of those containers?
Oh, she's talking about the metal cans.
Oh,
We actually had to remove the metal cans because the tomatoes have already outgrown the metal cans.
yeah.
So all what was happening is with the tomato plant bigger than the can,
Hey,
the
Susan.
wind was beating it up against the sides of the can and making it worse. So we put in some
Some
bamboo.
sticks.
You want
I'm just trying to help you. You said and I was just trying to fill in the
bamboo stakes, and we
awkwardness.
tied them. We tied them in, so they did pretty well.
Thrifty VG Rebel Canders. Thank you for sending people over. Appreciate it.
For Texas, western side is very dry. Fires everywhere. Put out reignite. Neighbor's ranch mile away from me, quite far this morning, but thankfully put out. Yikes! Western side of Texas. That's
Far.
yeah.
Far.
That's the other
Yeah.
side. Okay. Yikes! Definitely praying for y'all. Um, I love the new peeps. At first I thought she was talking about the eggs, but
Oh, we
they don't
haven't.
know about the
No,
eggs.
we haven't told them yet about the eggs.
Nope.
We haven't. There's a video coming. We're going to be working on a video because we got a new incubator, and we put some eggs in it.
Yeah, that's El Paso. Okay.
Did you know this is crazy? Chicago is closer to Dallas, Texas, than Dallas, Texas to El Paso. That's a mind blowing.
Yeah, we're on the east side of Texas.
Yeah. In fact, where we are, we're in Southwest Louisiana, and it's closer for us to get to the Texas state line than it is to get to Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or Alexandria.
We're only 48 miles from
the Texas line.
the Texas line, yeah. Raising meat rabbits.
Nice.
We do that as well. I know somebody that needs to butcher some rabbits.
Yeah. Need to breed some rabbits and butcher some rabbits. We were talking about that this morning. I think the rabbits are probably the most neglected thing on the homestead. Now, they get fed, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about just like the whole process of using them in a prepper.
I know we're in West Louisiana.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly. Kelly's one of our neighbors here in Southwest Louisiana.
I'm 2 miles from the Texas line, same area.
Oh, so you're probably around the Vinton area, am I right?
Reagan is still working. That's all Reagan ever does. That's why he didn't come visit.
Well, if we could ever get Reagan off work, then we've got some getting to do. So we've got some prepper.
The Ritter. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I know where the Ritter is. I used to work at Fort Polk. Reagan and I are supposed to get together if he can ever get off work and just kind of sharpen and hone our prepper skills together. That'd be great.
Wow. Kate said I'm just over 300 miles from the Texas line in 2 directions and over 600 miles in the other 2 directions.
Oh, wow.
My goodness.
Hello, Wendy. Welcome.
We're going to have to call Reagan's boss and, make up some kind of excuse that he needs to take a week off to come visit us.
Yeah.
Heck, even 2 days. That would be great. I didn't know about the fires in Texas, though.
No,
I haven't seen anything.
well, to be fair, I mean, we don't watch mainstream news. It's
No, but I get some of the local, well, like our local KPLC,
yeah.
they'll pick up like sister stations and stuff, and it's usually way off. I heard about the Colorado wildfires and stuff. Why not right there in Texas?
Hmm. I didn't know Colorado was on fire.
That was a while back. That's my point.
But I can tell you what though, I've been trying to stay away from the political news and everything that I was really heavy into. And you talk about peaceful. It's been nice just to focus on the happenings on the homestead and taking care of us and not worrying about all that mess. It's been great.
I did see that Tennessee has got some wildfires. Yeah, that's crazy. Climate change.
Don't even get me started.
I know. That's why I said it that way. No, we worked on a project today. We started our container gardening, and we're just kind of expanding into the containers a little bit. We have not quit working on our raised beds or anything like that. We're just adding the containers. We're trying to maximize the amount that we can plant without having to spend a boatload of money. And adding in another cinder block bed would be really expensive at the moment, and we just don't have the extra funds. So
Well, it would be really time consuming too, and
yeah.
time better spent on making videos and just enjoying the weather.
Oh, Kate says she uses the same containers, but has to pay $5 each.
That's really not bad though.
It's
$5
really not
each.
not bad. But when you come down, remind me beforehand, and I may be able to go pick you up some to load up your truck before you head back. Yeah, it's been really, really windy. I'm sure that's not helping with the fires. Sorry. I haven't. It's really reasonable. I have paid a lot more for garden pots. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are great too. And he drills the holes a little high in the bottoms. Instead of putting them directly in the bottom, he goes about an inch, inch and a half from the bottom and drills all the holes for me. And that keeps a little bit of a water reservoir in there. It keeps it from the holes keep it from absorbing getting flooded out too much. But it keeps it from having to water it so freaking often in the summertime. I can water in the morning, make sure and fill up the reservoir at the bottom, and it's usually good for the day.
Hap Bunker, welcome to the chat.
From Canada.
From another Canadian. Awesome.
That's awesome. I kind of like Canadians. Do you say pasta?
Stop it. Stop it.
I love the way Sean says pasta.
Lynn says she uses 5-gallon buckets. That's a smart idea too.
Yep. I learned that the hard way. Both of my peach trees were growing next to my front porch because they grew through the bottom before I got the holes to plant. Yep.
The Canada that you can be proud of, just like the old United States that we could be proud of. Is that what you mean? I understand.
I like Canadian people.
They're from Canada.
They talk like a little bit different, but I think it's so cute. Sean says pasta and a boot. Yeah. But he picks on me too about some of our southern slang.
Yeah, the Canadian English, there's some, it's just slight differences in pronunciation. Mm-hmm. Like we say intestines, they say intestines.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I found that out recently. Alex Jones.
Up here with
wrestle bears and race moose.
Y'all can have the bears and moose.
Thank you very much for the 15
it's moose,
bucks.
not
we
meese.
Appreciate that. It is
Yeah.
moose, not meese.
I had to
What's wrong
correct
with
myself in my
Why
head.
is it? Why is it mice, but it isn't heis? It's houses. It's English is crazy.
Oh yeah, progress. I think is how he says it.
Do they say? I know, like Britain, like the UK people say vitamins. I don't remember if Canada says
That's so
vitamins or vitamins. We say vitamins.
I love it.
How about snow and plow? Is it snoo and plow? Oh, that's great.
Do we still have time to send things for the giveaway, or did I miss it? No, we have not done the giveaway. We are waiting until we reach 5K. I have all the giveaway items that we've collected so far all together, and they are ready to go once we reach 5K. But some of that was our fault. We took a kind of a little break from YouTube,
I think,
or from putting up videos.
We kind of went about it the wrong way. We tried to get the 5,000 before January 1st, and it just didn't happen. It was too ambitious. So we're still going to do the giveaway when we hit 5,000. It'll be a little while in the future. We're getting there though.
I'm still not said you got like, Kate, your gift needs to be you being here. That's all I need.
Put Kate in the mail.
I need me some Kate.
I'm going to ship Kate.
That would be kind of cool. I'll just have to tell them they have to make sure to put holes in the box.
Breathing holes. The sun's going to set soon. It has been such a beautiful day.
It really has.
I can't even.
I think it got up to, 72 outside today? 73, something like that.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's still showing 68 on the outside thermometer, and that's inside the greenhouse.
Yeah.
But the greenhouse is open, so.
It's just blocked from the north wind is all. But, oh, it was so pretty. The clovers are all in bloom and all over the yard, and the amaryllis is opening, and our strawberries are starting to flower, and oh man, I was watching the bees earlier today. It was just beautiful. 71 here now. My computer's showing 69 right here, and I don't know what I did. I missed it.
Aluminium. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
What is that?
That's how some people pronounce aluminum.
Seriously?
Yeah. Wet, damp air with snow that melted. 46 feels like 32. And
Cheyenne used to say effluent.
Cheyenne is our oldest daughter, if you don't know.
She's kind of crazy.
She used to say all kinds of weird stuff. Like instead of squirrel, it was squite wheels.
Yeah, I don't know. It took a while to figure that one out.
Grammy Karen and John with Heirloom Permaculture. Welcome, welcome,
we
welcome.
might be in the 50s. Wow.
Melinda is 69 degrees. Melinda is one of our neighbors. She's a very, very close neighbor, actually.
Where's she at?
Highway, I think.
Oh, well.
Close enough to buy stuff from us sometimes.
If our temperature is much different than hers, then we have a problem.
Right.
She got a cold front first.
Welcome, Veronica. What general area in Ontario are sunset an hour ago? We are in Southwest Louisiana. It's Central Time, so it's 7:18 p.m. here.
And there's not much snow in this area. We got snow.
Not much snow in this area, is that what
Yeah.
There's no snow here.
I mean, ever.
Oh, ever. Okay.
The last time we got snow was last February.
Yeah, and that was uncommon.
Not this past February, the year before. And that was like.
That's when.
It was like 2 to 3 inches of snow, and it was more mush than it was snow.
Used to call the trash boo dots. Weird. And she's got a daughter named Cheyenne.
That's awesome. I bet they would get along.
Our Cheyenne, well, she's 20. Oh, she's going to be 24. God, makes me so old.
So is your hair. Love you.
Okay. Sister called flowers foof.
Fofus.
Fofus. I don't know.
Oh, her Cheyenne is 26.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Jennifer used to call Cheerios Sildo. Weird. Hooga Homestead, welcome. Gary B.
Brett, stop that. You are not old. You ought to hear him get out of bed, Kate.
So anyway,
it sounds hilarious.
Cheyenne would say, she would say smowl instead of smile. And she would say, if she's going to do something in a little while, she would say a little while. And we'll text that back and forth just for fun. See you in a little while. Rebecca Davis, hello and welcome. Hopter Copter. I love it.
Oh man, that's funny. Brett is old compared to me.
Yeah.
Ish.
What is it? 2 months? Not even like a month, few weeks. Jellycopter. I like it. Yeah.
Ambulance. That's what Cheyenne used to call an ambulance.
That was Abby.
Was it?
That was Abby.
Okay, I get kids mixed up.
December. Yeah, okay. Your December, mine is November. Autumn, welcome.
Blend. That's cool.
Abby would say so many stuff too. Hers was she would say bold instead of bowl, and she would say fong instead of phone.
Yeah, she would just add extra letters to words. It was weird.
And when Abby was really young, we would say she was just learning to speak, and be like, "Hey, Abby, would you want to come outside with me?" And she would go, "Oh," instead of yeah. It was the strangest thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
And to this day, I still call her my little monkey, and she's 17. Big Bear Homestead, welcome back to the chat.
Oh, Hat Bunkers is nice. My wife has a lot of family down there. We have a great time in that neck of the woods. The people are the best in the world. I'm pretty sure you guys do have quite a bit of family down here. You know, we did get exiled from Nova Scotia. That's where our family actually came from.
Yeah. We're descendants of the Acadian people from the Nova Scotia area.
So I pick at Sean. That's a North Shore Preparedness. We pick at him all the time, saying he kicked us out of Canada. So what do I do with all my paper trash? Because I can't burn because of fire danger and no trash pickup.
That is right, Kate. Yes. Cajun is actually a mispronunciation of Acadian. That's where the word Cajun came from.
What do you do with all your paper trash when you can't burn because of fire danger and there's no trash pickup?
Compost?
Yeah, paper can be composted. Shred it as small as you can and wet it down. That's where most Cajuns originate. Yes, the Cajuns came from Nova Scotia. They were exiled to this area, and yep, that's.
John, we're trying to avoid fires. Shred and uses insulation.
Oh, make fire starter blocks though.
Yeah, but and then what? Not use them?
Well, not right now, but it could be prep items.
Yeah. Okay.
I get what he's saying. Okay. Stop messing with John.
Okay.
Read a novel based on the move from Canada to Louisiana many years ago. Yeah. Just a note, make sure to check your bags to ensure they are all functional and prep. Oh, Big Bear said they shred theirs and use it as insulation.
Right. And if you're talking about home insulation, as a firefighter, I cannot condone that practice.
Grammy Karen and them got wind last night. We had it yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, it got real rough here about 3 p.m. yesterday.
It was before that because Abby was home before 3.
Oh, that's right. So
It was between noon and 2, I believe.
somewhere in the early afternoon hours. You could also put your paper trash in the junk mail return.
You can.
Oh,
And the ones that say
they were- yeah.
no postage necessary or whatever, people are filling them up and
postage prepaid.
sending them back. Yep,
Make
layer
them-
with dirt and grass clippings and help it
Yep.
rot down. Yep.
Kate, I've done that before. Yep. Giggles. Hello, Giggles Prep.
Yep.
Oh man,
We
when the
called it
bad weather
paper
comes-
boudin because he used.
Not everybody knows what boudin is, though.
I know, but you used the
Yeah,
a caulk gun.
I modified a caulk gun to compress the pulp and make little bricks that
Yeah.
way. And made little
It
cylinders.
looked like paper sausage, so we called it paper boudin.
Mama Bear, welcome.
Dirt is a precious commodity here. I mostly have rocks. Oh, well, yeah, but if you put your compost,
Basically, rice sausage. Yeah.
you're making a. If you put it in a compost pile with your grass clippings and stuff, you're going to make dirt. Paper boudin. Yeah, I would definitely put it in buckets. It shreds it to almost nothing, and you can like press the water out of it and make bricks. It's pretty cool.
You hear that?
The ambulance.
Yeah, there's a siren in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any elderberry plants left? My daughter coming through. We can make that happen. Yeah. I can make fresh cuttings when she comes. It's not ideal to make cuttings this time of year because everything is already green. It's better to do it when it's dormant. But
we have several.
We could still make the cuttings and send them with her, and just hope for the best. Yeah, we can do that.
We have some cuttings made in a bucket of water out there.
Let's see. When is the 6th? Oh, I just want to see if I'm working.
Wednesday.
Yep, I'm working on the 6th.
That's the day you go back to work.
It is. Oh well, I guess you'll get to meet her and I won't. Let's see. Texas
Unless they
Farm
meet
Girl.
you in Lake Charles with them.
I'm sure she'd rather come here than a fire station. Really interested in your topic tonight, so we have to go back and watch the entire life. Well, actually, we haven't really even gotten into the topic yet, so you're in luck. We've just kind of been chit-chatting. Hickory Croft Farm. It's been a while. Good to see you.
We have grass. We have weed clippings. Be in the desert. That would work too. Weeds will make compost.
Do we have a recipe for boudin? I gotta say, wait, I gotta say it the way Jason says. Boudin.
How does one start a fire without Amazon and Walmart boxes?
No, to give you a serious answer though, we do not have our own recipe for boudin. It's best I can send you to some places nearby though that make really good boudin.
Yeah. There's a couple places here that sell it online too, I believe, and ship it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
That's the way we say it in Texas.
Honey Badger's Homestead. Hello. So, if we could kind of maybe just kind of steer the conversation toward the topic for tonight, because I'm sure somebody here is waiting for us to get busy on talking about. Grammy Karen, thank you for signing up to be a channel member. We really
That's
appreciate
awesome.
that. It's great to have you.
Jason said he is going to be making his own sausage and want to give that a try.
I'm sure, sure there's recipes online. May have to like if you find one, send it to me. Maybe I can check it and make sure it's a decent one from a decent source. I mean,
It's
because
basically rice dressing,
yeah, it's pretty
and
much
it's stuffed
dirty
into a
rice
case.
in a sausage casing, give or take. I mean, it's not exactly that.
Rice dressing and dirty rice are different things. But yeah, just saying.
You make me wonder. They are different. You're right.
The best boudin has a little bit of liver in it. I don't like
Yeah.
liver.
What is it? Is it calf? I'd have to look it up. I'm
Kirby
not sure.
Karen's trying to help you.
Okay, what do we do when the food runs out? I mean, we're gonna be fine for a little while at least. I mean, what we do here at our place at Broussard Homestead, in case you don't know how to pronounce our name, because many people don't. We like to take a layered kind of approach to preparedness. There's
Eat vegans.
there's God. There's a prepping aspect that we employ. And there's a homesteading. There's Melinda.
She's been a member for 10 months. That's awesome.
That's right. I forget about those too. Once a month, the members can just post a highlighted chat, just like Melinda just did. There's prepping, there's homesteading, which is really, there's a whole lot of overlap there in the two.
But we also do foraging.
We do foraging. We hunt and fish on occasion, just to kind of keep. I'm not I'm not a hardcore hunter or a fisherman, and we've got a pond in the backyard, and I don't fish near like you would think. Let me say hi to Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations, new to the channel. All right, appreciate you. Thanks for coming on by. And we've been putting out more videos since we have the time, and more is happening on the homestead. We put out a foraging video yesterday. We did a container gardening video today. Prepper Book Club, good to see you. We took a little trip just the other day to a local farmers market and a little eatery or cafe in the little country destinations, and it was really nice. And the reason why we posted that is because Fresh Pickins, the farmers market, is a good place to meet like-minded people, to where you can kind of network in just locally, to where you can, like, if you can fill holes in a manner of speaking. So like if I need corn and I don't raise corn, then I can most likely find somebody through that place or that place itself who sells or produces corn, for example. Like we've got all kinds of contacts. We know one guy who raises crawfish. He's got acres and acres of crawfish farms, and we start plants for him, and it's just there's give and take all over the place, and we just call it a barter system.
Well, the foraging is nice to kind of stretch your preps.
Well, real quick, one last thing about the bartering: the federal government cannot touch bartering because there's no money exchanged. Keep that in mind. Cannot be taxed. Your turn. That's as political as I'm going to get.
Talking about what to do when the food runs out. Foraging and prepping kind of go hand in hand, because you can stretch your food preps with what's going on in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go out and forage a bunch of stuff to add to your eggs for breakfast, and that's a meal that you don't have to really take out of your preps.
That we have done.
And nature is putting it back. it's going to regrow.
We went out. We did a video on that actually. It's breakfast from the backyard or something like that.
I have questions though. What do you do when the chicken feed is not there?
Any
ideas?
What do you feed chickens or rabbits or when there's no feed to be
when there's no commercial feed? Yeah.
I've got some ideas.
I have a pretty good idea, but
our chickens
it would
are not
take some
free
serious
range
infrastructure.
because I found out a long time ago that you cannot have free range chickens and gardens without good strong fences. Chickens can do fodder. That's right. You've done that.
Yeah. Big Bear said mealworms and black soldier flies.
Yeah.
But if you can't buy chicken feed, where are you supposed to go get those things?
Can they touch it?
That
I don't know, Hans. I don't
Weeds
know.
from the garden. Yeah.
A barter is just a trade. There's no records, no
fried chicken.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can make a maggot bucket. I'm not looking forward to that though.
Christian Hansen says, "Don't eat Abby. She's not that tasty."
Yeah, basically you go scrape roadkill off the road, stick it in a bucket, and hang it up in your chicken yard
with holes in the bucket.
Yeah.
Where the maggots can fall through, and the chickens pick them off and eat them. I've heard of this.
Chickens
Actually,
can eat
I've heard
food
it
that has
from
gone bad, right?
Big Bear Homestead.
Free range, table scraps, boiled liver, brains. Oh, butchering scraps.
Oh yeah, that usually
just feed them the roadkill. There you go.
Our butcher scraps, a lot of that goes into the pond because we've got catfish and turtles and stuff in there. So
try to keep chicken feed bought up, but at some point you won't be able to feed them. Exactly. We stay ahead on our chicken feed, but I mean you can only store so much feed, especially in our humidity.
They're free range for now, and we have 2 chicken tractors right now. One of them is being used as a garden. But that's a possibility too. Load up the chickens in the chicken tractor. Chicken tractor, if you don't know, is just a mobile chicken coop, mobile chicken fence. And move that around the yard and let them get some grass.
Chickens will eat anything. Yeah.
Lots of protein. Yeah, chickens are omnivores. That's right. I forget about that.
Amanda Albany.
Try again. Take your time.
Amanda Albany. With Albany Mountain. Stop. My brain was faster than my mouth, apparently.
Extra sunflower seed for chickens. Good idea.
We were just talking about you today, Amanda. The mullein. Our mullein is getting ready to put out flowers. So I may be getting with you on how and when to collect those seeds.
Do it like they did in the 1800s. Yeah, right. That's just we're asking the question basically because
seeds,
I'm old, but I don't remember the 1800s. That's been a long time. I'm joking around, but it's one of the things that we haven't really put a whole lot of thought into.
Well, Grammy Karen, the mullein I planted last spring, so this is its second year. And it wintered really well. It didn't freeze at all. We had a week maybe of
wait till the stalk gets dry and then harvest the seed.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Speaking of seed, that's another thing that we did. Let's see. The storms were yesterday. Yeah. Before the storm came through, Amy was going through her seed bank, and this entire table was full of seeds. And we found some stuff that we had traded a lady. Shoot, it's been probably 3 years now or more,
at least,
since we had done some trades with her for native plants, and she had bagged up some seed from it was self-heal and broadleaf plantain.
And then I got some dandelion seeds from Wendy Hardneck.
So we figured we'd toss all these seeds out in the yard in various places, and it's got a better chance of growing if it's out in the yard than it does in that bag. So even if nothing grows, it's okay. But at least now we've got a chance of having those things in our landscape.
I had the idea of basically building several, or not necessarily several chicken pens, but one large chicken pen and breaking it off into 2 to 3 sections and rotating the chickens through it. It would have to be all connected to the coop in some fashion, but if you rotate the chickens and seed out whether it's alfalfa or mustard greens or some kind of seed, and rotate your chickens through, giving each one, letting it grow up and get kind of almost overgrown, and then move the chickens into there.
Yeah, Hickory Crop Farm. That's kind of what I meant. I didn't really say it that way. When I said just tossed it out into the landscape, I meant like just
scattered it, yeah,
wherever. We don't really have landscaping.
I've been feeding my chickens the weeds I'm pulling from the garden, composting the fast way. Well, we have a compost bin inside of our chicken coop, and it's doing fantastic. I just want to make sure that the chickens are getting fed enough to be able to still produce eggs, is my concern.
Hat Bunker, I'm looking at I'm sorry, your comment about the closed loop system. I've been saying that. I've been saying like we create cycle. That's what I've been trying to think of, but that makes perfect sense. The closed loop system, I like it. Because like today, I mean, we gave hay to the rabbits. The rabbits gave us poop that went into the containers. That's the loops. But yeah, exactly.
100-year-old books are books that have, with that info class, they just fed them back their eggs and table scraps.
Oh, Aramonth. I don't know.
Boy should have put potatoes.
Aramonth.
That's very smart. To provide the protein, some of the protein back to the chickens, you can give them back their own eggs.
Yeah.
You can scramble their own eggs to add protein back.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
Hardneck Farms. There you are. I couldn't remember. I saw you come in. I brain farted on your name.
Wendy came in because she heard us talking about her.
Yeah. Circle of Food.
Wendy, I was talking about the dandelion seeds that I got from you. We finally released them into the yard.
I think
we scattered them all over. So I'm really hoping.
Is that one of the ones you sent to me, Jason? You sent me 2 books.
Give your chicken eggshells ground up for more calcium. Well, a lot of the eggshells I use in the garden, but yeah, that would be another way.
Chickens will eat dandelion.
Chickens will eat anything. They like the clover flowers. I didn't realize how much I was pulling some today, and
we
you can pull clover flowers and tons of just the greens, and they will run around chasing each other for the clover flowers.
Well, what do we have? We have about a dozen. We have less than 20 chickens. I know that.
Oh,
and they're in an enclosure, a chicken run, I guess you could say. They probably have a couple hundred square feet, maybe, and it's dirt. Like they don't let anything grow up. Mm. So it would be nice to be able to just rotate them and let them get some greens.
I do have some calendula started. The ones that I got from you, I have to find a new place, but I'm working on that. I'm gonna do so many more flowers this year. Michigan daffodil got me stuck on marigolds. Those things are beautiful. The ones that grow from seed are so much more like thicker and prettier than the ones that you can buy around here.
Those marigolds, yeah.
Yes. And then
all right. I'm gonna stand up and get another cup of coffee right there. If we could have 500 thumbs up, 500. If we could have 50 thumbs up by the time I get back, that would be awesome.
500. Keep dreaming.
Good luck, huh?
Because the bees will love the flower. Yeah, the bees actually loved the marigolds, which I thought was weird because those things really stink. Marigolds are beautiful, but they give off this god awful aroma.
Not as bad. Is it as bad as goldenrod?
Oh no, nothing is as bad as goldenrod.
Goldenrod smells like feet.
Well, it's worse when it's like almost fermenting in the beehives.
Yeah.
Oh, when they turn that stuff into trying to turn that stuff into honey. Oh, I really thought the goat pen was filthy. Like I thought something died underneath it. I kept going to clean the goat house and clean the goat house. Turns out it was the beehive stunk. You could also always dance for thumbs up again.
Oh, jeez.
Can you guess who said that?
Kate.
Nope.
That had to be Kate. No?
No, that's Big Bear.
Oh, look, we're over 50. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. 500 would be nice. That would be great, wouldn't it?
I have a hen who's always cracks her egg when she lays. She has access to oyster shell. Yeah, some chickens just do what they want.
Hello, Mary Ruth. Welcome.
We have some that the minute the eggshell cracks, it's like crack for chickens.
Oh, they know.
Yeah. They know the sound. I don't know if it's the sound, the smell, or what, but within seconds, it's gone.
I mean, that's so weird. It's like, oh, that came out my butt. Let me eat it. No, thank you.
Wow. Did you seriously?
That's the chicken mindset. I don't get it.
Oh, look, Kate's thinking about putting zinnias along the edges of my rows. Oh, that would be pretty.
Oh, it's hot.
I just don't want to talk about what Brett was talking about anymore.
Oh, Rustic Traditions is here.
God. And everybody at their computer probably just went, oh, no, he didn't.
Dusty Goat Homestead. Is it the first time? I know I've seen you before. Maybe I didn't see you here. I don't know. It's a weird thing for you to come in on, I'm sure.
Grandma always ate the hens that cracked her eggs. Right. And that's a lot of it is
Love y'all too, Jason and Robin. Y'all take it easy. Drive safe.
Like the chickens are going to adapt to the weather and things like that. And the more we kind of breed this flock and stuff.
Something I found out recently about chickens, they're originally a jungle bird. They're native to jungles, which is why they do better with shade and plants. Yeah, I did not explain that well.
How do they live in the jungle and not eat everything, and then the jungle become a desert?
maybe that's what happened to Egypt. Maybe it was like the Amazon, but that's
what happened to Arizona.
But there was chickens.
See, that's what created the Grand Canyon. Too many chickens.
Chickens are everywhere loose in Hawaii and federally protected. Huh. Interesting.
What else are we doing?
What else we have going on?
When the food runs out.
Oh. Dehydrate. Preserving.
Mm-hmm.
Preserving your harvest. You dehydrating, canning, home canning. Jellies, jams, preserves, pickles, fermenting. Mm-hmm. These are all things that we either do or have done.
That makes sense. So jungle cover would protect them from flying predators.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A beautiful lush area out there until those pesky chickens. So we decided to get a KFC.
Recycling. That's a little off the food topic, but it's a way to save money with all this inflation garbage that's happening.
Well, and that's
like
part of what we did today with the containers.
reuse what you can.
Mhm.
That what we put in today is tacky as hell, but it's going to be a good place to raise food,
I don't care what
to
it
grow
looks like.
food.
I told you I don't care what it looks like.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I
But
mean.
part of recycling is like in the bottom of our containers that we've used today. We used hay. We've done pine shavings and leaves and sticks and all kinds of other stuff. But another way to recycle would be to use like newspaper or your cardboard to fill up the bottoms of your containers. All that stuff is going to eventually compost underneath.
You didn't think they were tacky. I'm glad. But for real though, I mean, when it comes down to survival,
Oh, a freeze dryer would
like
be great.
what our ancestors, and when I say ancestors, I'm talking about as recent as grandparents, when they had to do what they had to do. Curb appeal was not even a thing. I mean, that just goes out the window when it comes to survival. Nobody cares what your place looks like if they're looking for something to eat.
Veronica, does anyone shop and look at containers, jars, etc.? Be like, can I reuse this?
Homestead Oz, good to see you.
Always. We buy coffee in giant containers that I can reuse. Creamer comes in giant containers that we can reuse. Well, I had Danny saving. Danny would buy these giant tubs of M&Ms.
Oh yes.
But he got M&Ms, he got pretzels, he got all
Mixed nuts.
yeah, all kinds of different things in there. And I was at his house one day and I was like, "Hey, you're throwing that away. Why are you throwing that away? I could use that for something." After that, he'd bring me like 6 a week.
He would bring us all sorts of stuff for us to reuse. He'd bring us, and if you don't know, Danny is my godfather, who is no longer with us. We lost him in December. He passed away, and he was not only my godfather, but he was him and my nanny were our neighbors. My nanny still is. Nanny, if you're watching, I love you.
You gotta get some prepping done out here with no power on my property. That's pretty difficult, but it can be done.
Meemaw's Hippobilly Homestead, Dirt Patch Heaven.
I thought you missed
YouTube channel did a video
it.
series pretty recently about substituting different commercial animal feeds with fodder and other things. Oh, okay. All right.
Dirt patch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that. Yeah. Well, okay. You say your front yard is a garden. Our front yard is 165 feet.
Our front yard is a half acre.
Yeah.
And it's not road frontage. It adjoins to the back of someone else's property. So
thank goodness my nose isn't as big as yours, because you'd have slapped me.
God.
How about info on how to use that brake bleeder for the canning use?
If we get around to trying it first.
That is a video that's coming.
We haven't tried it yet.
Sorghum, that's the other thing. Yes.
Oh, we have some seed for that. Where do I see that?
Actually, Miss Bonnie from Grandma's So Happy sent me some over 50-year-old seeds, and that's something I want to try to see if those seeds will germinate.
Project this year.
But I have some sorghum from somewhere else too. I think we had gotten them at Deep South.
We have a dream that has been rekindled. I don't know. Did we talk about that last week? Regardless whether we did or not.
I don't know. What time
since we went to the little farmer's market called Fresh Pickings, we did a video on that.
Read Mama Bear.
You need to oven can those. North
Yeah,
Shore
those.
Preparedness has a video
Hang
on
on.
how to oven can those.
Yeah, those. The brake bleeder is nice, but the vacuum sealing on dry canning stuff is nice, but oven canning, that would be a whole lot better.
Oh, you don't have an oven. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
have you frozen it? At least, yeah, I think it's 3 to 5
You need to do
days.
something to kill the potential.
Uh-oh. Okay.
The potential weevil eggs that
Right.
are in that. Freeze, yes. Okay. So our dream, let me try to get this out. We would love to have a farmer's market type storefront in our front yard. And it would be, it's a dream of ours to be able to help people connect to one another and have that kind of old fashioned mercantile kind of atmosphere.
Thank you, Thrifty. It's 3 days to freeze to kill the bugs. North Shore Preparedness has a dry canning video. I just posted a link to that. That would be the way to go.
Speaking of North Shore Preparedness,
freezing it would kill the bugs in it.
While you're over there,
and then we're going to work on that brake bleeder video soon.
While you're over there visiting North Shore Preparedness's channel, please consider subscribing because Monday we have plans to.
It's a secret.
It is not a secret. We have plans to be a guest on North Shore Preparedness's live stream on Monday afternoon.
Hat Bunker, he said, I tried sorghum last year. It grew well. How long does the seed last? Well, I think I have some I think it's sorghum that I have. I know I have some rye and buckwheat and some other stuff that was sent to me from a friend of ours in Michigan and Minnesota. Anyway, these seeds are over 50 years old, so we're going to find out how long these seeds will stay good.
It's 12 noon in Australia. Did I say that right? And the sun just set here in Southwest Louisiana, maybe a half hour ago.
Bay leaves and diatomaceous earth. Yes, you can add bay leaf, a bay leaf or two to your jars of dry goods. And you can also add a little bit of diatomaceous earth and mix it in, and it'll help with the bugs as well. And as long as it's food grade, it won't hurt you.
Food grade.
What time is Sean's live streams on Monday?
6 Central, 6 p.m. Central. Take care, Homestead. Us. We appreciate you coming by for the visit.
It has to be food grade, right, Deb? Debbie's Home Place is giving out some really good advice there. I love when people remind me of stuff I already knew, but it's like, oh yeah.
Diatomaceous earth is fossils. If you didn't know, that's pretty interesting.
It's a shell.
It's the fossilized shell of a diatom, which is like a really small, like crustacean, I think it is. I know stuff, but I don't know a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I know it's like glass. If you like when you breathe it in, you can like cut up your lungs and stuff. Which doesn't sound pleasant at all. Rye pantry 6 months free. What?
Oh, rye in the pantry lasts for 6 months, in the freezer for a year.
Well, we're gonna see if you're wrong then, Henry. No, I don't know. These seeds were
Southern
they found they're over 50 years old, and I think it would just be cool.
Donate a bunch of stuff to you guys from my garden to help with your store. I appreciate it, Ed. It's going to take us some time. We don't have a building or
Okay.
we don't have the
I thought I was
driveway
the
in the
only
right
one that
place.
did
It's
that.
going to take some time for us to make that dream come true. I really sincerely appreciate your offer, but it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Veronica says she says bless you when I hear a new word too. Or when it's like a funny word. It doesn't really sound right. That's cool. I thought I was the only one that did that.
Cooked by grill, crock pot, or toaster oven. Okay.
Silica. Teaspoon a day in a glass of water, which tastes like chalk, but good for your stomach and gut flora for 7 days here and there. I've done it for years.
Huh. Just visiting an old time. Hey, Suze, what part of the country are you in, or what part of the world are you in? Because and the reason why I ask is because a few years ago I went up. I visited. Oh, it's a frog. See if you can hear the bullfrog. Oh, he stopped.
You put him on the spot.
I went up to visit a friend in Indiana, and he took us over to Shipshewana, which is an Amish community, and they had the old style mercantile. Now, don't get me wrong.
North Texas.
Oh, you're in North Texas. Okay, there may be an Amish community or a Mennonite community near you that would have some sort of mercantile type store. But I can tell you, Shipshewana was pretty amazing.
What amount of preps do you think you need?
What amount of preps?
That's a difficult question.
That depends on your location. It depends on your climate. It depends on the size of your family. There's no one size fits all on preps. Like how many?
How many weeks a month? I would recommend a minimum of probably 3 weeks.
Start somewhere. If you have nothing and you want to get started, start with something. When you go to the store, grab an extra couple of cans of whatever you're getting.
Set yourself a goal. If you only have $5 to spend, then find something, whether it be at the dollar store or whatever. Put that $5 each week, each month, whatever it is, to prep items only, and start stocking them away. You'll be amazed at how fast you can really stock up. I don't know what
I'm
that
hearing
was.
all kinds of stuff. We got the windows open and it's dark now, and like it's so distracting.
Sean in Alaska.
Sean in Alaska. What's up, dude?
Do it.
Okay, Sean in Alaska. You got to tell us your name. Where are you from? I'm just saying. Forgot what I was saying. I had something and it was good and it's gone.
I started by buying things with $5 each week, and it's amazing. Absolutely.
Eat what you prep what you eat. Don't put away a bunch of stuff that you're not gonna ever eat or you don't know what it tastes like. Or
if you have nothing prepped up, set a goal for, I'm gonna start with a 3-week supply for however many are in my home. Figure out, do you eat 2 meals a day? Some people eat 3 meals a day. Some people eat 2 meals a day. I guess it all depends on.
Stash some beans, stash some rice.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, Spam,
easy meals, quick, but make sure it's things that you're going to eat. Don't stock up on peanut butter if you're allergic to peanuts. Don't stock up on pinto beans if you won't eat pinto beans.
That's something that Steve from Utah might do.
Okay, I gotta take a break for a minute. I have to go to the bathroom. You make me laugh so much.
And most of all, take a break when you need it. Have some fun, like what we do. We like to laugh. D. Oh, there's a sofa pillow today. What kind of accommodations can we offer? Oh, that's awesome. You can a lot of meat. Yeah. And if you can preserve your own stuff, there's a good chance that stuff may last even longer than the store bought uh, preserved items, like canned items. You got me. We have the windows open. Hat bunker,
Oh yeah,
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, so yeah, when you're enjoying this kind of weather with the windows open and stuff, our faces will be melting. So I tell my kids, when you're shopping, this is Sean's comment. When you're shopping, get two, one for today and one for later. That way, you never have to worry about the right things. This is true. This is true. Just grab up a few extra of what you already eat, and just stash it in a bedroom, a pantry, a cabinet. You know, um, Sean at North Shore Preparedness has a bureau full of sugar in his bedroom. We have sweet potatoes canned under our bed. Oh, I know something that we didn't tell you about. I'm sorry, this coffee has me right there, right there. A friend of mine, a coworker, uh, brought his wife and kids, brought his family over this past Saturday because they are interested in getting started with preparedness. Um, they're understanding that things are happening in the world, that a preparedness mindset is pretty necessary nowadays. And they're a young family, and they have three young kids, ranges from seven to down to two. Yeah, they have three kids, and awesome kids, beautiful family. Love these guys. And so they came over, and we talked about some stuff, and gave them some pointers. And of course, nobody leaves Broussard Homestead empty-handed. So they left with several plants and some some jarred goods and things. So we're looking forward to more conversations with them and to help them along their way. It's great to be able to be helpful on YouTube, but it's also it takes it up a notch when you can do it in person, and especially when it's a friend. Yeah, you're right, Veronica. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. I love it. God's soldiers, welcome. Made several good friends by being helpful to strangers. You're right. You were helpful to these strangers once upon a time, and we appreciate you for it, Kate. I'm listening to this stuff up there. I hear another big bullfrog. Earlier today, there was a big military style helicopter that flew over. We've been having a lot of those lately. Food for an extra month and an extended month to year for stock. Good idea. Yeah, friends for life, right? Um, yeah, if you could ex- just do what you already do, just do more of it. As when it comes to grocery shopping, whatever you can afford. And the mainstream media and the dirty politicians would have you believe that when the food runs out from the grocery store, they're going to blame the preppers. They're already starting. But I would argue that the opposite is true because preppers are already stocked up. It's the people who don't have things in their house who run to the grocery store and panic buy everything. They're the ones to blame. And not so much, well, they should bear half the blame. The other half is the fear inciting media who caused that panic buying to begin with. We saw it with toilet paper 2 years ago. Oh, Amy and Kate being sweet. The government is all to blame. Yeah, yeah. You know, earlier today it was funny. These sounds keep distracting me. I don't. That's one. That's what I don't like about having the windows open. Anyway. Oh, I choked on nothing. So earlier today we had we had gone to the store for some bags of manure compost, and those were sitting in the bed of my truck. And I made the joke. I said, "Oh look, it's Congress." No, that's just another bunch of shit bags.
Dee says she's stocking under beds now, and I find that funny because there's 3 cases of sweet potatoes under our bed.
Yeah,
because I ran out of room.
Don't tell anyone what you have. That's a great point. Yeah,
we do try to can our prep extras to share.
We do, because there's people that we truly care about who are not preppers, and if they show up willing to work, now we're talking about when the shit hits the fan, then they're welcome. They're welcome to join the party. Now, if someone comes along and they're not willing to put forth any effort and they're just looking for a handout, then they might get a sandwich, maybe a bag of ramen noodles, and directions. Hit the road.
Melinda's having internet issues.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for coming in, Melinda. Hopefully it gets better.
Hopefully you can hear us. I'm gonna have to hide that one, Mama Bear. No, I'll say it, but I don't want to see it in the chat. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that's okay too. Somebody approved it. But that's all right. Either way.
It is what it is. Shit is poop. So they have a poop emoji.
This is true.
So I don't see a problem with it.
30 people watching. Maybe we can get 30 poop emojis in the chat.
I have 40 pounds of sweet potatoes to can soon. Awesome rustic traditions. We just did, I don't even know how many pounds. It ended up, what, 42 quarts, I believe is what we did. Something like that. He counted them. I guarantee you he counted them. He's like, let me do 15 here, and I'll do another 15. Well, I don't know why some of them are held.
Weird. Remember to mention that when those needy folks don't want to move, is
what you have to be prepared for. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It may come to a point that you have to do things that you never thought you would do to protect yourself and your family.
Well, like Jason said, if they're vegans, then you take them too.
Vegans are the closest thing you can get to grass-fed. I mean, and I wonder if it's our signal. Yeah. That's a couple of people saying the internet's bad.
Sorry for making you joke on your coffee, big nose.
Really?
I can't find my emojis. Yeah, I'm on my computer, so the emojis don't really work well. It takes a lot for me to do emojis on here. Yours is a Mac, so it's a
Yeah,
whole
so
lot.
I go, oh, wait, I can go like this, and it shows up in that little spot right there,
Yeah.
like that. Read 1 second after. There's a lot of good literature out there, and movies.
I can't find the emoji. I know you can type out the word poop, and sometimes it'll show up. Like I'm on my computer though.
Let's see.
Yeah. So it takes a little extra. I can do it.
Is it-
Some people should look up some of the recipes that were made during World War II. Interesting stuff. Yeah.
I think World War II, and maybe a decade after World War, definitely before Vietnam, was the last generation that was what we would call self-sufficient.
Mhm.
I believe that because then
Well,
when
we can.
things
We're at a point though that we're very fortunate. We can look back at these things and learn from what they did that was good, and learn the things that were bad and don't do those. And we can also take the modern amenities that we have and combine them
yes,
and make things better.
yes, um, things things really went to hell in a handbasket with the advent of super centers.
Mhm.
Corporate America and their greed has just convinced everyone, including my generation. I'm Generation X. I was born in '75. And I can remember being a kid watching TV and all the just plethora of just cartoony, really focus you in kind of advertisements, the commercials within the cartoons and stuff that I used to watch as a kid. And I swear, every single uh,
Mhm.
every single commercial like was just so effective on my young brain. All right,
Okay.
that'll work.
Hey Sue said Grandma said the white dandelions under the cow patties were the best. Seriously, she was in Europe then. They didn't have much.
Wow.
If they blast an EMP, we'll be thrusted back into the late 1800s for about 10 years. Yeah.
Graduated in '75. Old enough
Well,
to be
not
my
even
dad.
if it's a government or a war thing. A solar flare could do it. So nature could cause basically the same thing as um, an EMP.
Yeah, there was a X1 solar flare. Somebody in a comment, I forgot who it was, uh, made me aware of that. No,
Yeah. See, Di was the same way. I was in the garden with my grandpa as a young kid. I didn't know that was the thing to do, and I didn't realize back then that I was learning anything. You know, I didn't realize I was learning the importance, the important stuff, and that I would use it so much in life. But I'll be honest, I was there because I was a vegetable eater,
glad to
and
hear
when
that,
he
Ed.
picked things, I usually got the first picking of anything, and I was eating.
I appreciate you sharing
I'm definitely a
sharing
foodie.
those links, moderators. Grim Karen, Michigan Death Kill. Appreciate all of that.
Joining my local fire department here in Missouri. Awesome, Ed.
We are on Facebook. We have a page that you can follow, but we also have a group that you can participate in, and we're active on both. Don't eat the mushroom.
Well, I can't eat mushrooms anywhere anyway, so I'm safe.
Suspicious
I'm actually allergic
observers.
to some types of mushrooms, and I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly which types, so I just avoid them all like the plague.
Mind and Body Co. Getting in on the action, sharing links. Appreciate you. Hey, we're over 60 thumbs up. We're getting
That's
real close
awesome.
to that 500.
Oh, God.
You know what we are getting pretty close to, though, is 500,000 views in our YouTube lifespan, I guess.
Major solar
Oh,
flare. Wait,
that's okay, Kate.
read Gary B's comment.
Major solar flare interfered with a lot of maritime and aero communications in the last 36. Oh, I didn't know that. That's the first I've heard about that. Wow.
Kate, I'll have to resend you the
Okay, Kate and Kaylin, thank you for that.
the link for the link page. Yeah.
Oh,
Huh.
can you hear the bullfrog? I stopped.
Yeah, I can email that to you, Kate. I have tons of links, and I keep adding to the page, and I'll send it to your Inside Kate's Kitchen through the Google Drive. That way, you'll have access to it, and it'll update as I update it, or you can add to it as well.
We're getting close to after today. I think after this live stream, I think the next video that we upload is going to be our number 400.
Wow.
Which, and for us who like, we rarely there's times that we rarely upload, and then there's times that we like really get after it, like this past couple weeks.
Yeah.
So there's probably more times that we rarely upload. I'll be honest with you. But we've done a pretty good job of keeping up our weekly live streams. There's been a couple of weeks over the past. We've been on YouTube for over 4 years, so been live streaming for 3, and we've
That's
been
roughly about
pretty
100,
steady.
100 videos per year. That's not bad.
Yeah. Just need to learn to edit. Possibly, Kate. The only issue is I edit with a Mac and the software that came with my computer, so I'm not familiar with any other editing software. 8 subs, 8 views.
It was a minor solar flare, not a major.
Brother Donnie?
Has not reached Earth yet. Tomorrow night to Saturday morning. Ah.
Oh, interesting.
I did not know that at all. Maybe if I get off my butt and make it to more of Gil's live streams, I would know more.
Huh.
Sorry, Gil.
We'll be in some real trouble if the internet were to get knocked out. Which, I mean, it's not likely that the whole world's internet would be knocked out all at once, but it could still cause some issues, even if it was just localized. A lot of us rely a lot on our smartphones and our credit cards or debit cards. Without those things, we might be in trouble.
Yeah.
How far of a drive to the farmer's market were y'all? Let's see. Probably about 10 miles one way.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Hap, I appreciate it. And I hope
that little market was it's
I hope we don't do anything to change your mind
out of the way
in the future.
But it's really nice. I love it. And I keep tabs on their Facebook page to know when they're starting their veggies and stuff, because there's a lot of things that if we can't get them growing here for whatever reason, we run out of room or whatever, I know that I can go over there and pick it up.
I would like to take the short drive to the other Fresh Pickings soon, which is that one is an open air farmers market, in open air produce market
Right.
in Lafayette. And there's some other things that I would like to do in that area too. In Avery Island, Louisiana, which is south of Lafayette, there's the place in the world, the only place in the world where the Tabasco brand pepper sauce is manufactured, called Avery Island, Louisiana, and
Oh, it's freaking beautiful.
in that same area, attached to, it's like all one campus, I guess you could say, is Jungle Gardens. And this time of year, it is spectacular.
Geez, and I thought it was closer to Lafayette. Now there is a
no, Mary
Fresh Pickens market in Lafayette on Collie Saloon. That is, it's incredible. We got a huge amount of veggies.
Yeah.
We got
a 2
tons of
pound,
veggies for
a
about
2 pound
40
roll.
bucks.
Yeah. A 2 pound roll of butter, Amish style butter. I think it was like 15 bucks the last time I went, which is a little pricey, but it's Amish style. So, I mean,
We have family in
Good stuff.
Lafayette, but I don't like her. She is mean.
faith over fear. Do we eat squirrel in Louisiana? Yes.
Yeah. We have one that's been picking away at the pecan, or what's left of the pecans
Well,
on the pecan tree.
we have lots of wildlife that we just observe. We watch them, and they're out here. We see skunks, we see possums, rabbits constantly. We've seen deer. I saw one little alligator. Don't even start. Lots of birds. There's a couple. There's a pair of doves that's been hanging up. And my thought is, or my mindset is, all of this wildlife is more than welcome here. If I ever need to eat you, just know I will. I will not hesitate.
Dee says maybe we can meet up in Lafayette.
That would be great.
Up in Lafayette. That would be awesome.
You could send us an email maybe, and we could start working on scheduling something. That would be great.
That would be really cool. Mom Bear says she knows what the frog is saying. Let's see.
Surely y'all can really hear
Feed
the
the squirrels in the front of the farm, then they stay out of the garden. And see, that's one thing. My mom has a lot of trouble with squirrels in her garden, and we don't. We have wild rabbits, squirrels, deer.
Your mom's.
But we don't.
Well, okay. There's some differences here.
Well, I know, but those animals haven't been like really digging in the garden.
We're in the country, where like the field next to us is like 60 acres of overgrowth. It's just nature.
6 foot tall, yeah.
And our stuff is all of it is raised beds. Raised beds are containers. Your mom's place is in town,
right,
where any wild animal doesn't have much to eat.
Right.
And her stuff is in the ground.
When the veggies come in, yeah.
I would enjoy that, Dee. I really would.
Definitely. I don't feed the squirrels, technically, not like commercial feed or anything, but we're feeding them constantly with pecans in the front yard.
Warren, hello.
I did put out a bird feeder. I don't think they found it yet, though. They're eating the duck feed off the ground. I may have to just move the bird feeder closer to that.
Yeah, because, well, you say duck feed, it's the chicken scratch that we throw for the ducks. And the birds, little songbirds and stuff, they just know that's there.
Right.
Which we get a lot of cardinals here, and man, I love it. Especially like right now when everything is just green, that red of the bird just pops. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. We've had quite a few birds though that are hanging out. I love watching them. And I did see one of the, what's it called, a cara. Okay, I saw one on the road the other day. Yep, coming back from my mom's.
Cara. Kate's late husband David helped us to identify this bird. It's a bird of prey, much like a.
I thought it was an eagle.
It looks like a bald eagle.
Very similar coloring.
Except right in the center of the head, it looks like it has a black mohawk. It's got the white head like a bald eagle, but it's got a black mohawk.
And there's white underneath on the bottom of the tail. I noticed that up close.
It's a crested cara. Oh, this now that the sun has gone down, I'm starting to get that allergy congestion.
You need to wash your boogers. It's a neti pot. It's a booger wash.
It's a sinus flush.
It's the same thing. Wash your boogers. It is exciting to find new birds. I like watching the birds and the frogs. And there was a rabbit out in this afternoon that's probably as big as our cat. Call it a sinus flush. God Soldier says he'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably. Do you want to keep going, or?
That's up to them.
What do you guys think? I don't mind continuing.
Mockingbirds that dive bomb our dog and cat. Wow.
I'm gonna have to
Where's the booger emoji?
Allergies act up after it's windy. Look.
Yeah, everything is in bloom right now. The willow is yellow.
When I cut grass, I get like dust up my nose, dust in my eyes.
I told you to wash your boogers.
You need to just stop with that. Okay, Michigan Daffodil is going to head out. Albany Mountain can hang out.
I don't even see the point of deer season with the amount of coyotes. I really need like 200 to 300 snares to get. Wow. Man. We have coyotes here, but they're not horrible. If you're not worn out, I'd say keep going.
All right. Kate says she's here until we say goodnight.
Even if we go till like 1 a.m, I can't even say that to Kate because Kate can like stay up longer than me. She can outdo me on everything.
Kate can stay up and stay up and stay up until she can.
No, the thing of it is, Kate will have a Kate nap, and you'll never even know it happened.
Kate's the cutest thing.
If she sits still for 5 minutes, that's it. She dozes off, and this like certain little noises, and boop, she's back up and like joining the conversation.
She said, almost dozed off.
I love it. This is as close as I can find to boogers, but it's not green.
Oh,
that's
man.
Great, Henry. Someone needs to take a spoonful or two of local raw honey daily to deal with those allergies. Well, right now it's really bad because the oak trees are blooming. The willow tree is blooming. The dewberries are in bloom.
Did you say apples?
The apples are blooming. Pretty much everything is starting to bloom.
Clover. There's clover everywhere.
And but the heavy pollen that's in the oaks and the willows and things like that.
And before too much longer, it's going to be the tallow trees.
I love it, Kate. She was sitting in the chair and so cute. She had her phone in hand and it was still open and she was done. And somebody said, I think it was Rachel that said something, and she like whoop and answered Rachel's question. Like was right in there. I was like, how on earth?
All right, I'm gonna take a little break. I need
man.
a break. Sorry.
Well, fix me some more coffee or something.
It's right there. You don't let me fix your coffee.
I know.
Because I don't
No,
do it
you
right.
don't do it right. There's a nose as close to a booger. Oh man. Allergy shots for 3 years now. My allergies hardly bother me. Oh yeah. I've never had allergy shots. I do have like seasonal allergies and stuff. It's not terrible, but the neti pot thing has really helped. Where to begin, Homestead? What another dehydrator this week. That's awesome. That's amazing. I like dehydrators. I've been using mine quite a bit. We found some more local medicinals that I've been working on, and I think tomorrow it's going to run full of parsley because my parsley is kind of getting ready to go to seed. This is its second year of the plant, so a couple of those buckets are going to end up. We're going to plant parsley seed in them to restart, and I'm going to go ahead and collect all the parsley that I have and go ahead and dehydrate it, and that way I can keep it. Dehydrating dandelion greens. I don't have any dandelions yet, but hopefully I will, because we just put out some dandelion seed, and I think that's going to be my goal. Is when I go visit people, I'm going to like borrow their dandelion seeds and put them in bags and bring them home and just start releasing them. I need to find someone to do some dehydrating for me. If I was closer, I would offer, but that's a hefty trip, Ed. There's past, but there's some out there. Can you dehydrate dandelion flowers to make jelly later? That I don't know. I've never made jelly with them. As a matter of fact, here we don't have any. I've looked and looked and looked. I have not found a single one. Just make sure they are not sprayed. Oh, we don't spray anything in the yard, but every once in a while I'll spray like around the base of the beehives just to kind of control it. But oh no, you cannot. They go poof. Yeah, dandelion jelly is awesome. I've never tried the jelly. I don't think. They can turn to fluff almost immediately after picking. Wow. See, that would be my look. I'd put them in the dehydrator and they would blow up or something. You know, I'd have seed everywhere. And now I really want to happen. My jelly got so thick it was dandelion honey. Wow. I bet that would be good. Yeah, because it when the flowers open far enough, it becomes the little seed head, which is the dandelion poof. So that makes sense. Happened by mistake. Oh wow. No, we don't have any dandelions here. But our daughter Cheyenne has some in her yard, and I saw some in my mom's yard yesterday when I was over there. So, or day before yesterday. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is the next time I go back over there, I'm gonna bring a little bag with me, just shove some flowers in there and bring them home.
There's something we forgot to mention. Is that beef?
Oh, we didn't. Oh no, we didn't talk about that, huh?
Not yet.
We were blessed with a friend of my mom's raises cattle, and they brought one of their cows or calves or whatever to slaughter, and he was nice enough to offer us to purchase some meat from him, and we got it for $4.50 a pound, which is not a terrible price, and it came already packaged in 1 pound packs and everything, and we were able to get 25 pounds of ground beef that way. So that was a huge blessing to add to our preps. Get dandelions in the front yard of my apartment because they're so close to the street. Yeah, that you've got to be careful if they've been sprayed or exposed to vehicle fluids or anything like that. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Let's see. Yeah, the beef was very lean. It's beautiful. I think they ended up with over 1,000 pounds of beef off that cow. Um, and the way they did it is there was no steaks or anything. They had the entire cow as ground beef. They had it all ground up. Oh, stop it, D. I hope it works for it. Well, the beef was pretty awesome of a deal, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again. Going to can some meat here soon. Yes, I enjoy canning meat. As a matter of fact, I gave my mom a quick lesson in canning ground beef just the other day, and she argued with me that you have to cook ground beef before you can it. Nope, definitely not. What about the pork? What pork? I know we were supposed to go in with a pig share, and it's not looking like that's going to happen. I haven't heard any more updates on that. I'll have to wait on. Brett was the one dealing with that. I don't think we're going to go in on that pig share this year. But our local Piggly Wiggly, I think it's Lion's Mart now, has the Boston butt pork roast for 79 cents a pound this week. So even with the inflation and everything, they're still running the awesome sales. Are you reading D's comments?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the pig share
pork, so I can't help you with that.
The pig share that we were going to get into, that kind of fell through.
Right.
It was nobody's fault. It just didn't work out.
I don't eat pork. I can't imagine not eating pork.
The temperature outside is dropping quickly. It's down to 54 now.
Yeah. Well, actually, that says 54. This still says 65.
Oh, we didn't close the greenhouse yet either.
I haven't been closing the greenhouse.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm. Where you been?
Not outside, apparently. After dark.
Wait. I'm not going to raise any chickens this year, but daughter wants chicken tacos at her wedding, and they are using our meat, so it might. Oh man. We are not doing meat chickens. We are working on a different project with the chickens, which we will have a video series on that coming out pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. That's awesome. And a pig share is an amazing thing. You learn a tremendous amount, and it gives quite a bit of meat. You know, Brett's not going. No, I think eventually we may consider setting up for pigs. We don't have the structure right now, and I'm not ready to spend the money on all that stuff. Pig shears and chicken rustling, you learn a whole lot. Yeah, you learn what not to do very quickly, right, Kate? Oh,
The hens will still lay without a rooster. You don't need a rooster for the hens to lay eggs.
no. A hen will lay an egg just whenever. Poor Kate. Raise boar meat goats, but bred them to a dairy goat. We just had 4 babies. Point 2 worst. Wow.
Used to round up cattle on horseback. I've seen that done. In person. I've never been the one. That looks like a lot of fun.
I used to ride horses with my uncle when I was younger, but not that kind of riding. We would just ride around the big fields and stuff. And a lot of times that was just he didn't want to ride, or he had too many horses that needed to be rode and exercise, and he would bring the kids with him and say, "Here, you guys go play." And we were actually doing his work for him.
I've been on horseback a few times in my life, but never to actually do work. It was more of a recreational type thing. Once I've been thrown from a horse. I was young. I remember the horse bucking and me barely missing a tree when I flew off of it, and then waking up in somebody's house and never went to the hospital.
Well, that explains a lot.
Anyone know what AKA means?
Awesome.
Also known as? That's what AKA. That's what I think it means.
Wow. Horseback to move cattle from one side of the mountain to the other. That's awesome.
That's really cool. I like to learn about other cultures. Thank you for sharing that with us, Kayla.
Understanding Muslims smash. Very busy the mosque prepping for them rightly. That's awesome. That's really interesting. I like learning stuff like that.
News on water glassing eggs. The eggs don't last longer than 8 months. I have 2-gallon jars. They're just over 9 months, and they've all gone cloudy and nasty.
Oh,
that's no good.
I did learn that I think it's 36 eggs filled up a quart jar and a pint jar.
Silly question.
A quart and a half of a pint jar.
Okay, Debbie says, silly question. A hen lays an egg and sits on it. What role does the rooster have? Well, the rooster
fertilizes the egg.
Causes the egg to be fertile. Without a rooster, the egg will never develop into a chick. First of all,
the rooster's role is to make a lot of noise.
They do make a lot of noise. The roosters protect the flock, and it's cool. The different sounds, like we've been around chickens long enough. Mm-hmm. Chickens make different sounds as a way of communicating to each other. Like I've seen, like a chicken hawk, a predator bird flying overhead, and the rooster makes a certain sound, and all of the hens cluster up underneath.
Yep.
Underneath something where they're safe,
or at least safer. Yeah, we do have netting over the fence, over the coop, and the run, but they can still see the hawks and stuff, so they still make the noise and they run for cover. It's pretty neat.
A freeze dry just to do the eggs. We
do them in a dehydrator.
Yeah.
I just did 36.
Just did another batch.
Yeah, I just did a batch of 36 eggs, and I grind them up into a powder when they're finished, and the powder filled a quart jar and a half of a pint.
Oh, Starla Doak, hello and welcome. 2 10-foot.
And I've had powdered eggs now for over a year in a jar, and I used some just the other day. Good as new. I didn't have any problems with them. Now I do put moisture absorbers in them just to make sure that there's nothing in there. But we have a video on how to do that and how to ensure that your eggs are completely dehydrated. The lime also absorbed into water glass eggs. I would never do it. That's why years ago they stopped doing it. You could buy them that way in store. Wow. Oh, I would love to have a freeze dryer. I just don't love the paying for it part.
Yeah, yeah, they're really high dollar, and
Yeah.
I don't know that we can do that.
Maybe eventually, but I don't know. I'm really not excited about, spending that kind of money when there's so many things that I can use the um, dehydrator. That's why I don't have one, right? And now, if anybody wants to gift me one, I won't hold my breath, but no, that would be amazing if we had a big enough like community here that we could all go in and purchase one together. That would be the way to do it, and like everybody that pays for it has use of it. But the only problem is I don't think I'd ever stop putting stuff in it.
Right. Welcome, Francine. Never enough time.
Yeah, the freeze dryer is about as big as an oven. Yeah. And from what I understand, it takes a lot of power to run it, and something about an oil that you have to refill it. I don't know. I'm not sure
I
exactly.
don't know. I haven't looked into it at all.
You have to a lot of times, right? I'd have my name like everywhere on the list.
Mrs. Lone Star Pioneering, welcome.
It has an engine that it needs oil. Oh, okay. Okay. So I wasn't sure exactly. I haven't looked into it, like the workings of it. But I'm not really big on the freeze dried foods. I've tried some of them, and no, the fruit and stuff is good, but I don't know.
Well, it doesn't take a lot of power, just space. I think it would be nice to have, but I think my prepping mindset has always been more toward being able to do without.
Right.
The preservation thing is good, and that helps us to prepare for doing without other stuff. But I'm talking about more like backup plans that don't require electricity or gasoline.
I don't want to
like
spend $50,000 having to get on solar so that we can run a dehydrator and a freeze dryer into this and that.
You see Kate's coming.
When you moving? Well, now I'm going price building.
When you have a freeze dryer and can store food for 10 years, then you're not using your preps.
But you can dehydrate foods without using a dehydrator. So I don't know.
I don't know. That just seems like it's not in the cards for us just because of
the freeze
cost,
dryer. Yeah, right. The
thing.
cost of the freeze dryer is pretty high. So
no more electricity than a standard. Interesting.
But I can buy the freeze dried foods online, and I don't have to go into debt for $3,000.
I mean, really, right now too, we have such a stockpile.
We really don't have the need for it.
Right.
As far as drying meats and stuff like that, I don't dehydrate meats, but I can them.
See, I'm with Debbie. After me personally, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but after careful deliberation, I don't think I would want to. I don't think I want to go that route.
Yeah. So when I move, I don't need to buy one. I don't know. It would take some definite look like research.
I really feel like there's better places to spend that money.
Yeah.
Now, again, though, if it's a big
something
enough
that-
community
okay,
that we
Where to
can
begin
share,
homesteading? If something was to happen and the grid goes down, what good is your freeze dryer?
that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Well, with a dehydrator, we could run off of a generator or solar power. You know,
But a dehydrator is $100, $200.
right?
You know, so if we can't power that, it's okay.
Well, I know, but
You know?
the shelves can, the circular dehydrators, the trays can be used to make a tray out for outside.
Right. See, Starla is more like my mindset. Use what you have to make something. You know,
Ooh.
that's more where I'm at with.
Right. Someone I was watching said in humid climate, freeze dryers don't work as well. See, and that would be my fear. We live in high humidity here. I've got to have moisture absorbers in everything, including our
American
store-bought
canners.
seasonings.
More useful, a more useful buy. Yeah, because you could put an all-American canner. You know, probably any pressure canner, I would imagine, if you're skilled enough to regulate the temperature of a fire, you could still do pressure canning.
Mm-hmm. Well, even like a rocket stove.
Right. We're going on 2 hours here. That's about our limit for tonight because Abby's going to be getting off work and calling soon. So
Putting outside won't. No, she's not calling tonight.
No, you were.
I'm just letting you know she's bringing friends home.
You can use a hot car to dehydrate things.
Yeah, we actually use his
Rachel
truck
Rumbo, hey.
to proof bread.
But sometimes my truck gets too hot.
Yeah.
And the bread doesn't rise properly. So
yeah. But there's so many things that you can do, you know, as far as when the food runs out, you know, have something stocked up.
Don't wait until it runs out. That's the first rule of it all, I think. Don't wait until it runs out. Have a plan.
And know those things that you can have a list of those things that say, okay, well, I'm not going to stock up on coffee because I can really ration and eventually do without. There's going to be things that, you know.
I'm not sure of the answer to that, Mama Bear. Maybe somebody else in the chat can help you with that.
3 days.
There you go. Okay. Well,
3 days. Somebody answered that earlier in the comments. Yep. Freeze it for 3 days to kill the bugs.
The frog.
Are we seriously?
They're so loud.
No, the window's open and they're still right there. You can have a lot of things in home that can be rebuilt to serve other purposes, like the Berkey water filter. Buy 2 pans from Walmart, costs about $15. Buy filters and a $4 nozzle. But the filters on the Berkey are what's the most expensive part.
Yeah.
Sun dehydrate, yes. And I like making sun tea, and in the summertime too. Gotta have coffee. Well, no, but I understand that, D, and I'm the same way. Trust me. But I mean, if it became a life or death situation, somebody else might die because I don't have my coffee. But you know,
no coffee, no cigarettes. Y'all better get ready.
we could ration down to where, you know, kind of wean ourselves off if need be, and then we would be like learning from everything we could on how to make like alternative coffee. Need some jalapeno. Oh, that's the cowboy candy.
No, he got the jalapeno powder.
Oh, the powder. Okay. I have 2 years of coffee. That's probably 2 weeks for us. We stocked. Yeah, we stay pretty well stocked on coffee, and we actually roll our own cigarettes.
We buy the 1 pound bags of tobacco. It's actually pipe tobacco, and the empty tubes, the empty cigarette tubes that have the filter already on them. Chicory. And we have a machine that we use to fill them up.
And I'm gonna have to look up chicory.
Such a money saver too.
I bet that would grow here. That's why sifters was used. Yeah, back in the day, it was to keep bugs and shells out of flour. Ew, that sounds so gross. Cheapskate prepping homestead. Seriously though, there's so many different things that you can reuse and repurpose. We're using a chicken tractor to grow on right now, because we didn't need the extra chicken tractor at the moment. And instead of sitting it out there and letting it rot, we're using it for something else. And it can always be turned right back into a chicken tractor when we need it.
We moved that building that we weren't using. It was just sitting out in the middle of the field, neglected.
Another chicken coop.
We added it. We brought it over by the chicken coop and just basically built on. And that was everything that we did there. That day was 100% things that we had. We did
100% free. Yep. We didn't buy anything.
We didn't buy anything.
Nope.
I was thinking we had to buy a 2x4, but no, I found one in the shed. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, 100% free.
In the Great Depression, people used acorns to make acorn coffee. I have to look that up because that sawtooth oak that we just put in is supposed to be like millions and millions of acorns.
That little tree is doing so well too.
It is. It's pretty. It's probably gonna be horrible when it starts throwing millions and millions of acorns.
I think those are big acorns too. Huh?
Great. We have to cut grass and like shoot them at people across the pond. That would be fun. Just don't turn them over. And
acorn stew.
Facing my
I haven't heard of that. All right. Well, look.
I've heard of the acorns to make flour. Yeah, I've heard of that. But you've got to soak them and drain them and strain them. And I don't know.
Cattail stew.
Huh.
Interesting. We have lots of cattails along the pond, which I've heard that parts of the cattail are edible. I've got to try that soon.
Yeah.
I need to try it before I need to try it. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. We have been online for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Wow.
That's the longest live stream we've done in quite some time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to close it out.
Yeah.
So any last call for prayer requests. Sweet potato coffee in the Civil War. Huh.
That's
sawdust in their food. That's weird. But you know what? If you look at the ingredients on shredded cheese, there's I'm gonna have to look because I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah. Starla's talking about using a jacuzzi, makes a free garden bed, raised bed.
We don't have any shredded
Those
cheese.
big tubs. There's a lot of people around here that cut them in half. Those big square white tubs, and you can use to fill those with dirt too.
There's an ingredient in store-bought shredded cheese. I can't think of it. It's cellulose.
We got you, Kate.
I think is what it's. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What is it?
Suburban Hillbilly. Cellulose. That's actually wood pulp. Wood fibers.
Really?
It helps to keep. It's like a non-clumping agent.
Cornstarch. I found out you can add a little bit of cornstarch to your like seasonings, and it helps to reduce the clumping. Or you can add rice, beans.
Okay.
Like raw rice and beans, because it absorbs the moisture.
That's funny. Oh,
I got you,
Where
D.
you at? Starlet, I think it's IBC totes, but yeah,
Yeah.
we have a rainwater collection system, but it's made with the 55-gallon blue barrels.
No, but the IBC totes can be cut in half.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. There's so many uses for those things.
And cleaned out and just add dirt to them, and they even have. I mean, you don't have to drill very many holes. Some of them, well, one side of it's going to already have a drain on it.
An old rain gutter on your fence to plant lettuce.
Cattails have medicinal purposes as well. Yes, I actually have a book. I'm learning a little bit here and there, trying not to overwhelm my brain.
There's a goo in the bottom of the cattail. It's like it's almost like aloe vera gel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be really good for you.
A lot of things you buy have aluminum in it. I know they were saying deodorants have aluminum in it. That's so weird.
So those are great ideas, but for our climate, not so much. We get super hot and humid in the midsummer. Lettuce is just a bad idea for us. We haven't been able to
definitely honey badgers
to grow lettuce at all without it just bolting
because
we get so warm. I've heard that I've actually had kudzu jelly. Our friend Larry or Grizz from Windmill Farm, when they came over, brought some. It's pretty good.
Billboard vanilla.
I'm feeling like that's a bad spell check. Wait, old Billboard vanilla. I'm not sure what you mean.
Make a blue tarp, drape, and I have lettuce all summer.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. You could melt in the shade because of the vinyl. Okay, there you go.
Try growing lettuce in the winter. It does well here, but you need to cover it in freezing weather. The problem is our weather is like a yo-yo through the winter time. It can be 70 one day and 40 the next.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with lettuces is when it gets around 70, 75 degrees, they start to flower. The lettuce will grow beautifully, and so will the flowers. But once it flowers, it becomes bitter, and it's really bad to eat.
It's gross.
Yeah, I can't do it. No, it's great for the chickens. They don't seem to mind. But then again, they eat straight cayenne pepper too, which I need to do that soon.
Yeah, cayenne, if you don't know, cayenne pepper is a natural wormer for birds because birds don't have the heat receptors like we do, but the worms do.
Yep, we have to get going.
We do.
Wendy is leaving us.
So, guys, another awesome night with you. Thanks for the visit. And I'm still on vacation for another several days, so get ready to have your face blown off with some more videos. All right. Until next week. Good night. God bless.
Stay safe.